All right, we got VIC. We're going to go ahead and start. Vic is about to be on the clock. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm That J. This is on the clock. Ooh, excuse me. Let's get it. All right. The first time we see Vic's laid up in that bed. Now, this is probably one of the best feelings. Ladies, y'all don't understand how good this is. Now, it's dangerous, but once you get that woman you can definitely trust, because women always got like the best pillows. They got the comforter set. They always got the best of everything. And when they know a Negro is coming over, they going to always make sure that bed is ultra comfortable. Now, for us, you do exactly what Vic is doing. Vic got some Negro in him. Pause. You got to lay in the middle of the bed. You got to let it be known that this is my bed. And that's what Vic is doing. See, Vic put it down last night. They had wine and fries. Cheap, but effective dinner. So Ray is in the bathroom taking a shower. She got to get ready for work. Us unemployed Negroes, we ain't got nothing to do. He hops up in the morning. He's running over there. Now, I was trying to get a clear visual of these documents so we could read them, but there wasn't nothing to see in there, and we didn't get anything clear anyway. But Vic is trying to find out any information about Ray to try to find a weakness on Stacy Marks, because we know that he's working directly with Tommy Egan. So, and we can all be honest. What up, Michael? We can all be honest. Everybody's done something of this nature. Now, me, I don't go through electronic devices, but I'm going to be honest. You know, I don't get on here and lie to you guys. When I'm staying at a woman's house, if she goes to the bathroom, I'm looking in the drawers, making sure she ain't got no Thule on her, just in case says she some shit happen and she got to shoot me because I got my gun in my pants. You know what I mean? So, I have looked in a couple of drawers, but I haven't ever got up and like looked in purses or anything of that nature. But anyway, Vic, he looking through everything. He trying to find anything he can on Stacy Marks. And that's the only reason he's with Ray. Now, he's going through files. This ain't nothing. This just a campaign. He's looking. He was like, wait a minute. These are some tickets to the Dulcet Opera, West Side Story. Maria, you remind me of a West Side Story. Growing up in Spanish Harlem, living a life just like a movie star. Oh, Maria, falling in love, me forever. Growing up in Spanish Harlem, Vic finds these West Side Story tickets. They 20 a pop. They up under Miller. So I guess Ray's last name is Miller. So we got A15, A16, Tuesday, September 6th at 8 o'clock p.m. All right. Now what we need to do is, does anybody know what building this is? The Dulcet Opera. Let's see what these seats A15. So that means they're pretty damn close. Go through door K, A15. All right. So he finds these tickets. She gets ready to come out the shower. You know how it is. He throws the tickets back in there. He's acting like he getting some water. He talking about, I got to get hydrated when we go to round 2. I ain't going to lie to you. After a night of drinking, you know when you wake, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know when you wake up after a long night of drinking and having fun, you wake up in the morning, throat dry as hell, pause. I got to get some water or something. He talking about, I got to get this water to hydrate. We're going to go for round 2. You already messed up, Vic. You already messed up. See, in the morning time, You got to get them before they go take a shower. Once they take a shower, they not about to go take another shower. So you got to get them before they get up and take a shower. But we know what Vic is really here for. See, in a lot of TV shows and movies that we watch, we always see whenever someone's life is on the line, they try to go and get some cutty. I got some cutty last night. Ain't nobody gonna be getting cutty up in this house if I ain't getting no cutty. What movie is that from? But Vic is really here to try to get any information on Stacy Marks. So he's talking to Ray, and you can tell that he's kind of feeling Ray. He's like, we're gonna get round two. She's like, hell no, I gotta go to work. So he's like, fuck. All right, well, okay, cool. So she tells him straight up, you're not the type of guy that I give my number to. You more of a one-night stand. And don't ever be this guy where you going in, if she want to kiss you, she'll kiss you. But then even then, you still got to be kind of iffy. I don't know how it is too much nowadays. You know, I'm older and I ain't really in the game and as active as I used to be. But yeah, you don't ever be Vic where you going in for the kiss mouth wide open. Nah, you don't do none of that. She like, whoa, Mr. Bad Breath, because she done went in there, took a shower, she done brushed her teeth. She getting ready for work. She tells her straight up, yeah, you're not my type. You more over one night. I said, oh shit. That kind of hurts because you think it's a good thing. Oh, we got a good thing. Don't know if I'm gonna see you again. Yeah. You think it's a good thing. You think she feeling you, but no, she just needed the feeling for the night. But that's also a good thing because you ain't got to deal or worry about anything. So she tells Vic, oh, no, I'm done with your goofy ass. Vic is like, what? Wait a minute. I know I'm here to get this information on Stacy Marks, but I'm fucking with her. I'm feeling her. She ain't feeling them. What? There's a famous poet. She said, you thought I was feeling you? That nigga a munch. I think her name was Spice Ice or Ice Spice. Ice Spice. Yeah. Munch. That's what they calling this nigga Vic on the streets. That's what they messaged me. They said this nigga's a munch. I said, damn. That's what they mean a munch? You get used and tossed out. That's what a munch is? Damn. You know, back in my day, I never got to be a munch. It's hard being a real nigga. But anyway, she kissed Vic about the house. She said, nah, nigga, this is one night. That's it. I didn't get no slideshows this week, so I got to go through the pictures and find them. But now Vic handled it. Hey, listen, between you and I, like we all adults here, you know, we joke around, we kid and stuff. But listen, it don't matter if Mo puts it down the first night or if Mo is a failure the first night. I'm gonna tell you why. Because as long as Mo gets his, that's a W in Mo's book. You know what I'm saying? Vic got the W. He went over there and did what he was supposed to do. That it don't matter if he don't put it down or not. If she don't call me back, whoop-de-doo. You know what I mean? If she don't call you back, then whoop-de-doo.
If we go to prison for the rest of our life, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. We go to prison. Whoop-de-doo. 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 Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, whoop-de-doo. I failed. I didn't fail. I won. You failed. But anyway, she kicks Vic's ass up out of here. Now, remember, Vic is working. Vic is working overtime at this point. We all adults here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We all adults. This is the Power Universe. We all know what I'm talking about. And if I do fail, all right. We getting a little carried away. But if you do fail, gentlemen, all you gotta do is tell her, hold me. Hold me. Hold me. Yeah. If you fail, listen. One of my favorite artists of all time told me, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. See, you don't want to throw it all away. You might be shy on the first day, but what about the next day? Yeah. Aaliyah told me, dust yourself off and try again. There's no such thing as failure. And if Aaliyah, double A, Lyah, if she can tell me that there's a second chance, I don't care. There's nothing that any woman can tell me because Aaliyah told me to dust myself off and try again. You don't want to throw it all away. She might be shy on the first day, but what? Aaliyah told me to dust myself off and try again. And if it don't work on the first date, try again on the second date. Because she was writing me a 4-page letter. And she hit and closed it with a kiss. And when she wrote more, she knew I would get it on time. Yeah. She's writing more, a 4-page letter tonight. Yeah. See, Aaliyah told me all of that. And I was just, I didn't even know what was going on. I was just a young nigga. I was just a young boy, still playing with my toys, hanging out with the guys until I realized, baby, stop running around with me, baby. Baby, stop running around. See, now y'all got me singing, but we on the clock, so I got to take it back because Tommy is calling that nigga Vic, and Vic knows when Tommy calls, he got to show up to the house. Y'all trying to get me distracted, but you can't do that tonight because we on the clock. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. That's what I do. Wow, here we go. We at Tommy's house. Tommy's like, get your ass to work, Vic. Vic is like, look, man. All right, I'm trying to find her weaknesses. I know, Tommy. I'm doing what I can, man. Tommy's not trying to hear that. We know what Tommy's on. Tommy's on some fuck you type shit, Vic. And Vic is like, Tommy, look, man, I'm working as hard as I can, man. I'm trying to find her weaknesses. You know, she's running for a mayor. Tommy's like, well, listen, you get that shit done or you're going to die, Vic. What do you mean I'm going to die? He said, when I'm done with you, Vic, it's over with. So for Vic, we're looking at like, God damn, Tommy. Like, you got me working overtime. I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting anything out of this. But when it's your back against the wall, you got to do what you got to do. I don't know about you guys, but I've been broke before. Like, when I tell you I've been broke, I've been dead broke. Everybody that's been following me knows, like, my whole thing with never going broke again, shout out to NBA Youngboy, was because of my overdraft fees. And I was like $400 in the hole. And after that, I was like, oh no, I got to always make sure I got some kind of money. Vic is in the hole right now. Vic got overdraft fees. If Vic doesn't deliver what Tommy wants, Tommy is going to cancel Christmas. Christmas is around the corner. Ain't no SNAP benefits, ain't none of that shit. Tommy is on Vic. Vic is like, look, I'm trying, Tommy. I'm doing what I can. I'm trying to find the weaknesses. Tommy doesn't know that he's behind the scenes working with Ray, who was on the campaign for the mayoral candidate, which is Stacy Marks. Vic is working, but he's doing the most that he can. He just got cut off this morning. But Tommy's not going to understand that. It's just like going to work. Your boss don't ever understand the work that you got to go through. Your boss is going to meetings. Your boss don't understand that you got shit that's lining up. Like, I got other shit that I got to do before I take care of this priority that you should be doing on your own. So that's where Vic is at right now. And that's the worst feeling ever. That's the worst feeling ever. Now I'm a civilian. Like, when I was in the military, it was terrible. But I'm a civilian now, so I don't give a fuck. I tell supervisors, I tell commanders, I'm like, hey, man, I ain't doing that shit. I don't want to do it. I can't do it. But Vic can't do that because Tommy literally got a gun to his head. So Vic is kind of assed out at this point. But I like it. I like it because when that pressure is on, that'll really make a motherfucker work. When there's a deadline, that'll put a motherfucker to work. When you got to stay late and you're not getting overtime, that will put a motherfucker to work. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tommy on some straight white boy shit. Tommy got a bologna sandwich with just straight mustard. Ain't no cheese. Ain't nothing on that motherfucker. Just mayo and mustard. That's what Tommy eating. Tommy eating that motherfucking mustard mayo motherfucking sandwich. And that motherfucker Tommy had the nerve to put that bitch in the microwave. That nigga had a warm bologna sandwich with mustard and mayo on it. What kind of shit is that? That is some white people shit. That motherfucker had that bitch in the microwave. You know, us black folk, we might put the bread in the toaster. I'm gonna get some toasted bread with my sandwich. This motherfucker Tommy put a motherfucking sandwich, but with bologna and mayo and mustard in the microwave. I said, what kind of bullshit is that? You know that motherfucker nasty. That bitch tart. Motherfucker Tommy eat that talking about. You gotta get that information. Shit sticking on the top of his teeth. His molars got that motherfucking. You better get that information on Stacy. Man, you better get that information on Stacy Marks. Tommy eating a motherfucking bologna sandwich, telling Vic to get to work. Vic looking at him like, man, what? Look at Vic's face. Look at Vic. Look at Vic. He like, hey, Tommy, I'm trying, man. I'm trying, Tommy. So Tommy pretty much tells Vic, look, nigga, get the information, I'm gonna kill you. Let me see. Nah, that was baloney with the red ring on it. That ain't no pastrami. All right. So Vic ends up going to the opera. Vic goes to the opera and he's sitting out there waiting to see if he can see Ray. Now, he's better than me. I can honestly say, right hand on the Bible, I've never done no stalker shit. Like, I've never done no stalker shit. But this is different. What Vic is doing is survival. I said at the beginning of the season, Vic is going to be on pure survival. So we have to look at what Vic is doing and realize that Tommy's trying to take him out. So he goes to the opera. He don't have any tickets, but he's sitting down there and he's waiting for Ray to show up. Oh, Too Dizzy. Hey, we ain't seen Too Dizzy since like 2023, 2022. What up, Too Dizzy? So he sees Ray coming down here. They say that this is Vic's not Vic. Yeah, Vic. They say that Ray is his wife in real life. I don't know, I ain't look him up, but they say this is his wife in real life. But anyway, Jason goes to the bar. Ray is sitting here with her friend. They talking, and she turns around like, "Oh, Jason, what's going on? I wouldn't have thought you come to operas." He over here lying, talking about, "Yeah, I got season tickets. It was West Side Story. I had to show up." She's like, "Oh, really?" Now the friends already peeping the vibe. See, why do good girls fall for bad boys? Ray fucks with our boy Vic, aka Jason. But she can't be around Jason because she's a professional. This is when two worlds collide. So he's sitting here and he's lying. He's running that game. Now, ain't nothing wrong with running a little bit of game. Everybody lies about something. But we also know that everybody plays a fool. Sometimes. See, I played my fool when I was younger. So now I do the fooling. But he's sitting here like, yeah, man, it's West Side Story. Now, the friend is telling Ray, I'm about to get out of here because she can feel the chemistry in the air. Because Ray told her, yeah, I was with some dude last night. And, he blew my back out. So y'all talking about Vic ain't put it down the first night. You're right. Vic didn't. Jason did. Jason tore that ass up. So the friend leaves, which is good. You always want the friend to get the hell out of here. You always want them to have a cool friend like this because Most of the time, you got to put in a lot of work with the friend to make the friend comfortable. You know, you joke around with them, get them a drink and shit, call them your sis and shit. So they be like, all right, cool, you a genuine guy. Now, don't be no fucking creep or anything and mess it up. But she's like, oh, okay, this is the guy you was talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. So Ray is like, all right. So they get to talking. And well, one thing leads to another. Everyone said that Jason didn't put it down the first night. Well, guess what? He put it down the second night. You can hate it or love it. The underdog's on top. So anyway, he gets it in. And this is the last scene. We're going to finish it up. Come on, guys. Bear with me. He goes back home with Ray. Now, Ray, I told y'all she feeling him. They in the bed. They cuddled up. But guess what? This ain't about personal. This is about him getting information on Stacy Marks. And she's like, how you know about Stacy Marks? She's like, oh, I watched it. You know what I'm saying? I watched the press conference and it was kind of bad. So I know what's going on, but she thinks he's a tech bro. He's like, yeah, I got to know what politics is going down so I know where I can invest. Now, Ray is the one that gave her the confirmation that there was only 2 bodies that dropped at the scene that D-Mac was at. But now she's like, oh, yeah, the divorce and everything. This is where big story ends for episode 3. But now he knows that this relationship between Stacy Marks and Bobby DeFranco, this divorce is really what's going to set this thing off. So that opens up the doors for us to potentially go after Bobby DeFranco in order to get at Stacy Marks. But that's big story there. We are officially off the clock. But this is big story, him and Ray. How long do we think that Vic is going to stay with Ray? Like, how much information is he going to get from Ray? And is there a genuine attraction to Ray? Or is this strictly business to survive the Tommy Egan / Stacy Marks wave? What do you guys think about that? Let me know. He's sticking around for good. We off the clock. That's the first story. Vic. What y'all thinking? We thinking we sticking around? We bringing Ray with us? Ray is just a casualty of war? What's going on? We off the clock, so y'all can talk police shit. Y'all can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. So we got on the clock. When we on the clock, we don't do no snitching over here. We see you snitching, you got to pay the fine. The fine is $1 to the cash app. If we're not talking from Stacy Marks or Bobby DeFranco's point of view, if we see you talking about police shit, then we gotta charge you. I'm sorry that you gotta pay taxes. I'm sorry. That's just I don't make the rules. That's what they told me. They say, "Oh, people snitching in the chat. We gotta pay the taxes." So we gotta remember where we at. This is on the clock. We talking from a criminal's perspective. We ain't on the police. So if you talking police shit, yeah, it's $1 to the cash app or don't comment. All right. So we off the clock. When we off the clock, you can talk all the police shit you want to talk. But we off the clock. Vic is putting in that work. It just sucks for Vic's story that we don't get to see Vic do anything that he genuinely wants to do. You know what I mean? Everything he's doing is either for Stacy Marks or Tommy. There's no in between. We talk about the attraction that could come with Ray, but he really can't have that. Just for the simple fact, it's like you need to be gathering information because Tommy even told you need to hurry it up and give me some Stacy Marks information, or if I can't use you no more, I'll delete you. So for Vic, it's straight survival mode. Don't forget, Ray mentioned a donor contra. Jeez Louise. You know, Kendall writing a damn paragraph. Mo, don't forget that Ray mentioned a donor contribution to Stacy's campaign. Hence, Tommy will be that donor getting Stacy caught up in the scandal. Yeah, it will be that $1 million. It was $1 million. He did notify Tommy. Well, he notified Tommy. Wait, she's like, she needs some money, about $1 million. He's like, that's it. Tommy, I know you need some money. Okay, I got the end. That is true. That is true. If you didn't mention that, I would have forgot all about that. But there is $1 million that's potentially going to come from Tommy that's going to go into Stacy Marks. We back on the clock because this is new information. When there's new information provided, we got to get back on the clock. But, all right. So there is a potential chance for a donor. They need some money. And Tommy has the money. Lots of it. And we're talking to Lisa M. You know, they tried to get Hakeem Jeffries with getting donations from Jeffrey Epstein. The only thing it wasn't Hakeem Jeffries that emailed Jeffrey Epstein. It was a woman from a third party that was trying to raise funds for the campaign, and there was never any funds transferred. So all the Republicans, they talking all that shit, but I'm gonna give you the facts. So just like Vic, I'm into politics too. You wouldn't believe it. All the shit I talk on here, you would think that I'm just an ignorant ass Negro. But I actually am very well informed and I keep track of what's going on in the real world. But there is a potential chance for Tommy to donate $1 million. Now, this will look bad for Stacy Marks. She won't be able to come to mayor, or this money could go to Stacy Marks and Tommy would have that leverage over her. The same thing was going on with like the whole Jeffrey Epstein, where you donating money to motherfuckers, you got that leverage. So that's where we at. We're officially off the clock now. Now we're off the clock. My bad. All right. We off the clock. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let me see where we at anyway. All right. And from here, all right, we doing good on likes. From here, we're going to go to Stacy Marks. Let me see what you guys got to say. Let's read some comments. We good on time? We good on time, or y'all? I know y'all at work. Y'all going to be getting off work, you know. Play it over the, you know what I'm saying, over the speaker when you riding home. 2 hands on the steering wheel, 10 and 2. Keep the seatbelt on. Always put your seatbelt on, man. You're never too cool for that. You're never too cool for that. You don't want to end up like me. I got fucked up at a young age. Always wear your seatbelt, man. You're never too cool for that. All right. We off the clock. So next up, we got Stacy Marks, which is going to be very short. Stacy Marks with Claudia. Claudia to Tommy. Tommy to Diamond. Diamond to Jenard. Jenard to finish off with D-Max story. I like how Vicky evicted Becky. I didn't forget it. I have the photos, but the reason I didn't go to that is, one, because we exceeded the time. But you guys, when you gave me the information about the $1 million, he did kick Elise out. But when you guys were talking about the $1 million, that was the main part. Elise is kicked out. That her getting kicked out the apartment wasn't really, the penthouse wasn't really too much. The main thing that was going on there was the money that we discussed. So that was the only reason I didn't go to that. And you guys did bring it up, which reminded me about it. But that was that whole scene. So that's the only reason I didn't bring it up. But for those that want to talk about it, Elise was living in the apartment, but that was our boy Vic. Vic showed back up, kicked her ass up out of there, and that's when he contacted Tommy and said, $1 million, you got it. I know you got it. Let's go ahead and do this. That's all that was. That's all that was. You know, I'm going to drink a little bit more of this Crown, because right now, I'm a little sober, but I want to get to the point where I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Vic is in survival mode. Michael know what I'm talking about. I'm telling y'all, go back. Give me a second. We off the clock right now.